Still going. Still going in the corner. We're over here with Schoolsfirst, and yet he is still on his Rubik's Cube.
Yes. I was just that move. Yeah, my son's not even going to care I'm on TV. He's going to be enamored with Timmy the Cube.
Timmy Sue,
right?
Yeah.
Did you ever try one of those at all?
My son can do them. Me, like I said, I get one side, and that was my.
Good work. Good work on your boy. What's your boy's name?
Michael.
Michael. Good work, Lil.
Hey, Michael. Good to see you.
Keep up the
All right,
work.
that's right. And speaking of good work, we have to do our good work here with you continuing to give people good information, good tips. Right now, we're talking, Gary said it, buy now, pay later. Now that sounds interesting.
Sure.
I'm sure there's some pitfalls. There's maybe some advantages, but you're going to tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, just starting with what it is, buy now, pay later, or BNPL, is kind of it's a popular and easy to use payment option where you are given an installment loan for a purchase right there at checkout. You then pay for this purchase in small increments over time. Really during the pandemic is when this thing really took off, and it has continued to grow really with kind of the younger demographic. And one of the main reasons for that is it's actually more accessible than even credit cards. BNPL companies can actually approve you right there on the spot, right at checkout, and they don't really take that deep dive into your credit history like credit card companies will in order to approve you for their services.
Interesting.
Wow. So that would probably be why it's so appealing. I mean, because you don't have to come up with the money up front. They're not going to dive in there.
Yeah.
So that's why people are going this way.
For sure. In addition to that, kind of like what I had mentioned, there isn't that hard credit check. So someone that may have issues obtaining a credit card, this can be that easier option to use a buy now, pay later service.
Yeah.
Another great benefit of it is most of these BNPL plans have zero interest on the short-term plans.
Wow.
That way, the total cost you pay for an item isn't growing along in time as like
where you're paying 3x for what you actually pay for.
So if, as an example for that, if you were to buy something for $200, you would make 4 installments of $50, which makes it a little more easy for you. And another positive, which is kind of a bonus, you get the product right away. This is a major pro compared to the former kind of layaway models. That is a model where you would make regular payments, but you don't receive the item until it's paid for in full.
The layaway thing, right?
Yeah.
Where did I leave my wet blanket? Where is that? Where's my wet blanket? Did I not?
Wet blanket?
Yeah, my wet blanket. I'm going to do that for a second. What are the downfalls? Why? Let me be the wet blanket for a second.
Every rose has a thorn type of thing. So, the one thing with it is, because it has that informal credit check, and because you only really need to make that initial payment at checkout, you can get excited and maybe purchase something that you normally wouldn't be able to afford.
Overextend.
Exactly. So guilty. And that can also add to our accumulative debt that we may not be in a position to pay off. So we definitely want to kind of be careful of that. And also with some of those short term, although the zero interest is appealing, we have to be very mindful that some of the larger purchases that have longer terms do come with interest. And then we also have to say, how does this impact our credit? We've talked numerous times about our credit. You may make all of your installments on time, but it may not improve your credit like a credit card would. And the reason is most BNPL companies do not report positive payments. On the flip side, if you miss a payment, they do, which could negatively impact. How negative is the negative
compared to the other ones? Pretty
well, always, it's just like in anything with weight loss, it's hard to get back up. It's easy to fall back down. So it can take time, which all of us want that instant repair for it.
So, should we do this? Just be mindful, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's a great question. And, there is a lot to kind of consider before deciding, should I, make a buy now, pay later purchase? The first thing to consider is this item a necessity? Do I really need it? And if I do need it, is it something that I have the money to pay off in, say, 4 or fewer payments? The next thing is we want to be mindful of, am I going to overpay for something than I normally would? Because again, you only have to make such a small amount up front. Sometimes we lose sight of what the total amount I'm paying over the long haul. Third is we want to be careful we're not taking on multiple buy now, pay later loans. It's real easy to fall into that excitement and looking at just the installment payment, but it can be very difficult to balance all of those loans. The next thing,
sorry.
Oh no, there's more. Hey, there's more. We can keep going. Yeah, I'm like the Rubik's Cube. We got plenty of options.
It's going to take a while to solve this.
Exactly.
It might.
But no, the other thing is with credit. If you are looking to rebuild or establish credit, a credit card may be a better alternative for you. And then last, just like with a lot of things, we always want to read the fine print. You know, there could be hidden fees. We want to learn about the terms and even the loan structure. You know, each BNPL kind of company does kind of design their programs differently, and even some companies just with different purchases have different criteria, so something to look at. So as always, if you're looking for more financial advice, click our advice tab on our website, schoolsfirstfcu.org.
There it is. You do that with the house you're getting. Just buy the house now, pay for it later. Pay for it later.
I feel like I'm kind of doing that. All right, good job, Travis. Thanks for coming in. There's all the information about Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union.